Right now, we bring in Barbara Kennelly with us, talking about Washington, talking about entitlements, talking about what's going on. You've served in Congress. You come from an esteemed Connecticut family. Is this shutdown to be, or maybe not to be? Is it anything like what you observed in 1995?
Well, yes and no. I think for the public, this must be a very confusing week.
Yes.
We have the continuing resolution with the possibility of a shutdown tonight at midnight, and then we were presented by Budget Chairman Paul Ryan with a very new type budget that'll be the 2012 budget, and it's really hard to keep it all straight. But I'll be very frank with you. I did not think there would be a shutdown. I don't think there should be a shutdown at a time of recession, and we're at battle in 3 places. And people are still worried about jobs and their future. I think this is the wrong time to shut the government down.
Congresswoman, our effort today is the word voodoo, not voodoo economics. We'll show that later. Is this voodoo politics?
No, it really isn't. I know people are saying that this is people trying to get ahead politically, but I think we do have a deficit, and everybody's concerned about the deficit. What we have to worry about is how we reduce that deficit. And to reduce the deficit, you really have to balance tax increases and benefit cuts. And this latest budget that we just got in, it's got benefit cuts, but too much tax increase. And that's sacrifice for those that least can afford it. And really, it's moderate and low-income people.
You grew up in rough and tumble Connecticut politics. Were you surprised that the president didn't actively support the Budget Commission effort?
No, I wasn't, and I was awfully glad he didn't. I thought the Fiscal Commission really had some ramifications that really truly weren't understood. Social Security has not added to the deficit. It was very much part of the mix. But I have to be very frank with you. What I'm seeing now, the Deficit Commission, which a lot of things I don't like, is beginning to look good compared to Paul Ryan's budget. So, you know, you never know. You never know. But no, these are worrisome times. I mean, I saw people on television this morning remarking on what was going down, the possibility of a shutdown. You know, in '95. It was a good time ago, but, you know, people still had faith in government. Right now, people we know are not happy with government, and if we continue to do things like this, we're going to lose faith in government.
Let's look at dreaded first chart, folks. Barbara Kennelly, it's the self-employed Social Security tax rate. It's just under 16%. Very painful for self-employed. Many self-employed flat on their back. Are we putting too much money into Social Security just as one of those big entitlements? Is it the appropriate amount, or do we need to put more money into Social Security?
Well, first of all, we are certainly not putting too much money into Social Security. It's 6.2% for most workers, and then the employer pays 6.2%. The program has worked for 75 years. It continues to work. And, you know, these people that want to cut it, I don't think they realize that the average benefit of Social Security is $14,000. For women, it's $11,000. But the program has worked, and people can keep their independence and their dignity because of Social Security. I know everything's in the mix, but are we paying too much for Social Security? No. Should we look at the solvency? Yes, we should.
Barbara, the phrase I use is a glide path, which I stole from Peter Orszag. Isabel Sawhill on with us next. And then the other is a jump condition, where you make an abrupt historic change and everybody hands out pens, maybe like the Health Care Act last year. Are you looking for us to glide to budget solution, or are you really looking for a sea change this time around?
Well, let me tell you something. Paul Ryan's budget is not a glide. It's anything but. I mean, our whole Medicare program is changed. It's really privatized. Medicaid, which is for, you know, nursing homes and poor people with children and disability. And, you know, that is going to be a block grant. This is let me tell you, this is a blockbuster of a budget. And I just hope it's debated in a manner so that we can understand the ramifications and people will understand what's happening.
All right, Barbara, thank you so much. Barbara Kennelly, folks, a former congresswoman from Connecticut with years of study of Social Security. We wanted to bring you somebody that's actually like in the trenches back in 1995.